What's up, YouTube and TikTok? So I quickly want to make this 1 minute clip in the beginning of this YouTube video just because I do answer questions like on TikTok. I answer stuff that doesn't have to be Barcelona related. We could go from Bayern Munich to Dortmund to Man U to Manchester City to Real Madrid to Barcelona to Atletico Madrid. We do talk about other topics on TikTok. So if you do have questions about any other teams, whatever you guys have, feel free to put it in my TikTok account and I will try to answer them. I would love to do that. I just feel like it's better to answer your guys' questions like personally through videos like that, because it just makes me feel like I am closer with you guys, and that's like the whole purpose of this channel, is to talk to you guys, build relationships, and just, have a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it and enjoy the video. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about multiple reports, and we are first going to talk about Francisco Trincao. So according to Mundo Deportivo, Trincao will stay at Barcelona next season and won't go out on loan to gain experience elsewhere. So this is some great news to hear. This is a report telling us that he will get his chances. Barcelona will give him multiple chances, and we could see those chances come in the preseason. Now, the one thing that we do need to take note of is that the pandemic that's going on around the world, that could hinder the preseason, which means that we could see Trincao get his chances in the beginning of the season. And the advice that I will give Trincao, knowing that he will get his chances next season, is to make the most out of the chances given, meaning that he must give out goals, assists, take part of the build-up play, because knowing this current Barcelona that we have, he might not get much chances if he fails to bring anything in the beginning of the season. Just look at what happened to Todibo, Araujo, Ricky Puig, Elenia, Perez. They all were given chances. Some disappointed, some gave out very average performances, and that is why they're in the place where they're at today. Could have they become better if they were given even more chances? Yes, but this Barcelona does not allow that. So I highly advise Trincao to do that. Take advantage of the chances that you were given in the beginning of the season. Now, the only difference that Trincao will have against the teams that I just mentioned is that he never played in the Barcelona B team or like Juvenile A. So Barcelona is going to look at Trincao and say, okay, look, we understand that you did not play at Barcelona B. We understand that you did not participate in the Juvenile A. We understand that the Barcelona DNA has not been built up in you. So we will give you more chances because of that. So that is the only advantage that Trincao has over the Barcelona B players. And Trincao will be well aware of that. When he does go into Barcelona next season, he's going to tell himself, he's like, okay, I'm only going to have this amount of chances. I have to take advantage of this. I know I'm coming to a club that doesn't really give the youth many chances, and so I will need to make the most out of this. And he does have a friend at his current club, which is Braga, who came from Barcelona B, and that is Abel Ruiz. And he also did say some very good words about Trincao, and he said this: Trincao is an amazing player of great quality and an exceptional person. I'm sure he'll do well at Barcelona. He helped me a lot in my arrival. He learned Spanish with me and says things in Catalan. So it's great to see that a player from Barcelona B is playing with Francisco Trincao at that club. I know that Abel Ruiz will be equipping him with what to do when he does arrive at Barcelona next season. So my question to you is this: do you see Trincao delivering next season? Do you see him making a statement saying, I am here to stay, I am here to be in the starting 11, and I am here to make history at FC Barcelona? Do you guys see Trincao doing that in the next season? Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Ivan Rakitic. So according to Estadio Deportivo, Sevilla does not have the necessary financial muscle to pay what Rakitic wants and the transfer that Barcelona demands, at least 15 million to 20 million euros cash, or as a part of some operation. So when we are talking about Rakitic is that player that's not really liked by many fans. I myself was a huge fan of Ivan Rakitic, but he overstayed his stay at FC Barcelona. Rakitic is one of those players where we can say that you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And if Rakitic does leave FC Barcelona, he is destined to join Sevilla. And hearing this report is making me very worried. So I'm going to explain why I'm saying that. So we even have a quote on what Rakitic said 2 weeks ago about his love for Sevilla. And he said this: I have always said that this will be a great dream to wear the shirt again. Everyone knows it, but it is not my own decision whether I want it or not. There's other factors involved. Monchi and everyone at Sevilla has my phone number. They haven't called me yet, and recently it was my birthday. I have a special affection for Sevilla and for the city. I have my family there. And so knowing that Rakitic does love Sevilla that much, one day he does want to go back to Sevilla, and now knowing that Sevilla cannot afford a player like Rakitic, what does he do next? And don't get me wrong, there are multiple clubs that do want his services, but this is where it gets very complicated, right? Because Rakitic could easily say, hey look, I am destined to go to Sevilla, and if Sevilla cannot afford me this summer, I will wait until next summer. And what does that mean for FC Barcelona? That means that Barcelona could potentially keep Rakitic for another season until 2021. And so what are your thoughts on this? Do you see Rakitic staying at FC Barcelona, or do you see Rakitic just saying, okay, never mind, I don't have to go to Sevilla, maybe I can go to teams like Inter Milan, PSG, Juventus, or maybe even Atletico Madrid? So what do you see Ivan Rakitic do next? Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Jadon Sancho. So according to Bild, FC Barcelona seems to have entered the race for offensive star Jadon Sancho, with Borussia Dortmund interested in Ansu Fati. And so this report is basically asking, can we see a swap deal actually happen between Ansu Fati and Jadon Sancho? Could we see Jadon Sancho move to FC Barcelona? Now look, Sancho is keen to move to Manchester United. Is it 100% official that he might move to a club like Manchester United? It's not 100% official, but there is a lot of evidence that's being built up on Sancho moving to Man U. And Sancho is a English man, meaning that if he does join Manchester United, he will be with Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Jesse Lingard, Marcus Rashford, and many other English men. And if Sancho does move to Manchester United, he would do a great favor for his national team, which is England. And I'm going to explain later what I mean by that. So what does that mean for FC Barcelona? I think that Sancho does want to move to a team that has a project in place where they can say, hey, look, this is our project. This is what we want to build, and we want you to take part of it. I think that is what Sancho is seeing when he is looking at Manchester United. And look, Man U is not the best team in the world, right? They're not the most attracting club in the world, but I believe Manchester United made Sancho understand that they are trying to replicate what Barcelona did in 2008 through 2012, which is to grasp the golden generation of your national team. England is going through that golden generation, and I believe that is what Man U wants to do with England, like what Barcelona did with Spain in 2008 through 2012. And guess what? Barcelona right now, they're not in that lane, which means that it will be very hard for Sancho to move to a club like FC Barcelona. Sancho and Barcelona are seeing different paths. We can even see another report coming out from Mundo Deportivo, and this just came out. It says here, sources say that Barcelona will not go after Jadon Sancho despite rumors from Bild linking him to the club. Barcelona feel that they have the front line covered and their transfer market objectives are different. Then we have another report coming from the same source, coming from Mundo Deportivo. We have a journalist named Angel Perez, one of the most reliable journalists from that source, claiming that Barcelona will not bid on Jadon Sancho, although in Germany, Bild had linked him to the Barcelona club. Sources from Barcelona rule out they will go for him. So look, could this swap deal happen between Jadon Sancho and Ansu Fati? I don't think so. Could Ansu Fati still go to a club like Borussia Dortmund? Yes, of course, it could work. But Sancho heading to FC Barcelona just seems unlikely at the moment. Now moving on to the last topic of the day, and this is a report that I quickly want to scratch off. And so according to Sport Media Set, Inter Milan want 90 million euros plus Vidal and the loan of Griezmann in order for Martinez to join Barcelona this summer. And so right off the top, when I read this rumor, this will not happen. This is a horrible deal on our end. And we also have Fabrizio Romano, who is a very reliable reporter. He said this: Vidal is an idea for Inter Milan that could return, but at the moment he is no longer a priority for Inter. The final choices will still be made later. So this report coming from Fabrizio Romano basically contradicts the whole article of Sport Media Set. At the end of the day, this transfer of Lautaro Martinez will come down to a player plus cash for Lautaro Martinez or a complete swap deal. So this rumor is out the door. So that is it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.